Okay. So yesterday we started views, and what we said view is a virtual, or we called as it is a logical table for your base tables. And why we called virtual means view doesn't store any data, and view doesn't have any physical existence. It's just a imagination. And this view, how it was working in our database means it was working like a interface. So the user and database table, in between these two people, your view is working like a interface. Got it? Ah. And this interface, what it will do, sir, means that whatever the user sending your query request, based on the request sending to database server will take the request and performing some operation there. And whatever the response is coming out, and whatever the response is sending by Oracle server, the responding sending to view. And view, the respond reach to you users, and it will be the respond show to users. Okay, now, so taking requests from user, the request sending to database, their database, your request will be execute, perform everything. Here only it was perform because it is a physical object. And after that operation is successfully executed here, whatever the result will come, the result again sent back to view, and the view will show the result to users. Got it my point now? This is what it was happen like a interface. Okay, right down below. Some points you can take. View. It is a database object. It is a database object. Okay. Which is logical or virtual table of a base table. Your base table, it means what now? Main table. Your base table, it means what now? Main table. Okay, now touch. Which is logical or virtual table of base table. Next point. It doesn't store data. It doesn't store data, but it can extract data from base table. It can extract data from base table and display to user. Extract data from base table and display to user. Okay, the next point. It will act as an interface between user and database tables. User and database tables. So like user, and here I can say view, and I can say tables. Okay, fine. And these views are in database. We can create two types of views we can create here. Okay, types of views. Here, how many types we can design means two types. One is we called as a simple views, and second one we called as here complex view. So the views are how many types here? Two types, simple and complex. Okay, right. What is the mean by simple view, and when your view is called as a simple and when your view is called as a complex? Okay, now the statements are very simple. So whenever we created, okay, when we created a view to access the required data from a from a data from a single base table is called as simple view. Okay, na? So that means simple views, when we called my view is a simple view, means when we are accessing the required data from how many tables, guys? Yeah, single table we are going to be access. So when we access data from single base table, then it is called as what now? Simple. Now, whereas come to complex. Complex, how we can call as means that the complex views, okay, we can call as to create a view to access the required data from multiple base tables. From multiple base tables are called as complex view. Are called as complex view. Now, but here one more, the difference in between, carefully observe. Simple views are, if I'm creating a simple view, by default, simple views are going to be allowed DML operations. That means when user sending some insert, update, delete, these are called DML operations. When I'm sending through a simple view on base table, your simple view will give the permissions to the user to allow or to perform your DML operations. And whatever the DML operation I'm sending to simple view, that request will be taking and sending to database server. So like update, if you do, then update request will take by simple view and sending to database server. Like delete request will take by your simple view and sending to database server. So that means simple views are, the nature of simple view by default nature is what now? It can take the request from the user. Which type of request? DML request will be take it now. Okay, na? And those requests it will sending to your server. That is a default. And for that purpose, we don't want to do anything. Okay. So that means what you say? By default, by default, simple view is allowed DML operations is allowed DML operations to perform on what now? Base table. To perform on base table. But complex view is not like that. By default, complex view is not allowed DML operations to perform on base tables. Okay. So what is the syntax, okay, of your view creation? Okay, if any view create, the same syntax, create view, and I need to take view name as a, here I need to send my select query. And one more thing, here we can, view can be created with the help of a select statement only. Other than select statement, you can't use any other statement at the time of creation. After creation, you can perform DML operations. But at the time of creation, which query? Select query. Select query advantage what? What is the need of select query? Retrieving data. That is the point. With the help of select query, your view, what it will do, I said, it doesn't store the data, but it can what? Extract. So it can extract data from base table. Sir, how it was extracted, sir? If anybody asks you a question, how it was extracted, sir, means with the help of a select query. Select query, we are using what now? Reading, retrieving, extracting, different meanings will come. Okay, now? Right. So that is a statement of a view creation. Either you can complex or simple, syntax is same. Okay, now? Right. And let me see some examples. Okay. First example, observe. Create a view to access data from DEPT table. Create a view to access the data from DEPT table. From DEPT table. Okay, right. But here, how many tables data I'm accessing here? Only one table. So that means it is a which type of view? Simple view. That's the main. Okay. Let me come out and see. Go to your database as usual. And I just go to connect with our user ID and password. Okay, right. And come out and see this. Actually, your table already existing in our database, DPT. This is our physical table, base table. This table is having a structure. This table will store the data. Okay, this is called a physical object. So, in real time, what the people will do when this table data accessing permissions, if the people want to give the developers, then what your people, that means management people, what they will do, they will not give the permissions to the developer to directly interact to this. That means direct interaction with the original tables, you never do it in real time. That's why what you want to do, they created one interface. Now I'm creating one interface. What is interface? Create view, view one as select star from DPT. So interface is created. After created this interface, and now the interface I'm just calling here, let you see, select a star from view one. If I call, what's happened? It's the same look like your table now. Now tell me, if I'm sending this interface to my developers, they can understand that this is a view now, this is a original table, physical table, virtual table. They cannot understand because of reason. You can see your original table, your view table, both are same. That's what I said, mirror images. Understand? Na? So that is the reason identification of your table, whether it is original or duplicate, that in real time programmers cannot identify. This is one of the advantage of the management people. Yes or no? Because originals are in my side. We are sending Xeroxes. You are working with Xeroxes, but you don't know. But you don't know I'm working with Xeroxes. What you feel in real time, I'm working with originals. That's why if you go to as a fresher, initially a lot of confusion you will create. Because your team lead saying that view, you are working view. You are saying that, no, sir, I'm working on direct table, sir. No, yeah, you are working view. No, sir, direct my table I'm working, sir. You are arguing like this. Because of reason, if this concept you doesn't know, okay, definitely you will be argue with your team lead or project leads or your colleagues also. If your colleague knows view concept, you doesn't know view concept, what you feel you both are fighting. Your friend is saying that, Array, we are working on view. You are saying that, hey, Pagal, we are working on original table. Yes or no? So this kind of one environment is created by management, whether I can't find out he's a original or duplicate. Okay, now this is the view creation. But now what I'm saying here, this view, whatever the information will be showing to user, this information not saved. Understand now? The data, whatever it was there, 10 accounting, new art, 20 research, 30 sales, 40 operations, this is not storing by view. This is extracted from where? Base table. So extracted from base table, displaying to user. Okay, na? But view cannot hold it and cannot store it. It's just what? Imagination table. You feel like this, I'm working with table. But originally, you are not working with table. You are working with the Xeroxes. Understand? Na? And this is what I'm saying. And this data, how it was reflecting, it was reflecting from base table. That's why I said yesterday, when you go and stand in front of mirror, what happened? Same image will be reflected, na? Yes, your mirror is absorbing your structure and reflecting the same structure to user. Understand, na? Same like that view also. View will absorbing the data from base table and that will show to user and reflect to user. Okay, na? Right. And now, okay, this view, are you created on how many tables accessing? One table accessing. That's why this is called a simple view. And now simple view by default supporting to allowed, all DML requests will be allowed. So let's try now. Now I'm trying. Insert into view one because I'm the developer. I don't know base table original table name. So I'm interacting what? View one. This is my original table. I feel like this. So I'm inserting. Inserting into view one, sending values 50, SAP, and the location will be Hyderabad. So now this DML request I'm sending through what? View one. But can you see under view one, which table I saved? Department table. So that means whenever you're sending the request through view, this view I'm creating on which table? DPT table. So that means what happening? This insert query outside looking is performing on view, but internal looking, it was performing on base table. It will be performed because base table is having a physical existence. View is called a virtual. So yesterday I said one practical example. I'm throwing some object on my view. That is my feeling. But actually that object is where it reached? Physical person. Understand? Na? So it is also same like this. I'm sending my operation through view one. But this view one I'm creating of which object? DPT. It means that your insert query is finally executed on DPT. Data storing on DPT. But the data reflecting in view. So why is that data reflecting into view? What, sir? What is the need, sir? Means user want to understand whether my record is successfully inserted or not. How user will know? When your data is not reflected in the view, then how the user can understand that my record is successfully inserted into my table? How they knows that? They didn't know it. That's why whatever you inserted data storing under physical, the whatever it was happening on the physical, definitely the reflection will be shown into virtual. Same logic. Stand in front of mirror. Now the physical object me, my reflection is in a mirror. So mirror is called as a view. I'm called as a original table. So now tell me, if anything is happening on me, the same thing is reflected. Yes or no? Yes. If someone came, okay, and they're just going to beat me. So same thing is happened now in view also. Suppose I'm cutting my hand. Some blood is coming out. My reflection also showing blood now. Yes. That means what you understand? What we perform on the physical, that immediately reflected into virtual. Because the virtual belongs to me. That's why on my physical body, if anything is happening, immediately that will show in my virtual. Concept understand na? That's why now you can see. I'm going to insert this. The one row is created here, but successfully this data is inserted into my table or not. One row is created, okay, but inserted or not, that I want to check. Then how I can check it here? Okay, actually, I have only the permission to interacting view only. So original table, I don't know. So definitely I can call this. Then your record is showing a yes, but here showing, but this 50 SAP Hyderabad storing where it is DEPT table actually. So now we can call your DEPT table same as it is. So data first storing here, then that will be reflecting to your view. Reflecting to your view. Okay, this is what internal operation. The same as if you come, let me go to do updation. Update view one set LOC is equals to some Pune where department number is equals to 50. One row is updated, but updated row, if you see in the main table first, updated, yes, and reflection you can see in your virtual table, updated, yes. Then user can understand that my data successfully update. Now in the same pattern, so I'm going to do delete, one more operation. Delete from view one where DEPT number is equals to 50. So now this data first deleted from where? Original table. That will reflected into my view table. Okay, now? Right. This is what simple view creation and DML operations are supporting. Right down below. Okay, right. So this is simple view creation to access. But here we have some options like below write down view options. In this view, we can use there are two types of options here. One is called as a with a read-only option, and second one is called as a with check option. So these are the two options and two facilities you can apply on your view. One is read only, one is with check option. Sir, these two things when I want to use, and what is the use of these two options in my view? Okay. For example, if I just apply my with a read only statement, I'm going to apply your what? Read only statement. So read only, it means which command it is? Select command. Because select command we are using for what? Retrieval purpose. Data reading purpose we are using. Data reading purpose we are using. So here only select command is going to be allowed. That means I can perform which operation through my view on base table? Select operation. But I can't send insert. I can't perform update. I can't perform delete. So insert, update, delete. These are called DML operations. So these operations, whenever we need to restricted, okay, suppose user is performing insert, user is performing update, user is performing delete. So what they perform through a view on base table, then the base table data also changing or not? Yes, he can insert it, data inserted, he can update it, data updated, he can delete it, data deleted. Okay, na? So that means every operation is going to be performing on your table. So now what I'm going to do, that kind of operations I want to restrict now. Now how I can restrict here, when user try to perform insert, not allowed. He perform update, not allowed. He perform delete, not allowed. So when I restricted these three operations, it means that my original table can modify, we cannot modify. We cannot modify. We cannot change. We cannot manipulate the data. Okay, now in that cases, the people are applying what now? Read only. So what I'm saying here, write down. To restricted. To restricted DML operations through a view on base table. Okay. For this purpose, you can use. And let me see the example. Come back here. See, again, I'm creating view number 2 as what it is? Select star from the same table I'm taking DPT, but what I'm going to use here with read only. Got it? Now what it was happening? So that means previous my view, I've just created a view, but I'm not using any read only statement. But now in this view, I'm additionally adding which statement? With the read only. So when you add with the read only, otherwise you create a view with read only, what happened you can see practically. View is successfully created. That's fine. And that view can support which command? Select command. Select command purpose is what now? Reading purpose. And my view also, which type of view? Read only view. So that means select a star from, what is the view? View 2. I can call this. But now you can perform your insert operation. What it was happen, you can see. Insert into view 2, sending values 50, DBA, okay, I'm using Kerala. If I'm sending this, and I'm sending through a view on my base table as usual. But what happened this time, you can see. It was showing what? Error. What is error? You cannot perform a DML operation on read-only view. Okay, na? So never, you never insert the data. Impossible. Okay, na? Now, same as, now we can do update, view to set. What I want to change, LOC is equals to HYD, where department number is equals to 13. But actually my department number 30, what is the location? Chicago. What I'm changing? Hyderabad. And to execute now. Never. Now we can go and see delete from view to, delete from view to, where DEPT number is equals to 20. This is also not allowed. But I can say, or I can use what? So, and your original table also not affected now. Anybody modify my original table? No, they cannot modify. So this kind of restrictions, when you want to apply through view on base table, you can apply with read-only statement. Okay, na? Write down below. You can say what you say here. DML operations are restricted through a view on base table. Okay, but it will and allowed. So and allowed which command? And allowed select command only, because select command is using for reading purpose. Okay, right. This is read-only statement advantage. Next, with the check option statement. The second statement, now you can see with the check option statement. So this statement, when we need to apply on your view. Okay, na? So when I want to apply means whenever I need to restricted data, not operation, restricted operations purpose, read only. Restricted data. That means before you want to send the data through a view on base table, First, the data will be check whether this data is valid or invalid. If it is valid, sending to database. If it is invalid, not sending. Got it my point now? In that kind of data verifications you have to do, okay, at your view levels only, then you can use what now? Check option statement. Because if I'm not using this, what happened? Any kind of data allowed. Either data valid, invalid, none of the matter. Any kind of data is allowed into my base table. Then unnecessarily my base table memory wasted now. Yes or no? Which is not useful. Then why are you sending view to me? Yes or no? Mediator, what I'm saying here, array, any important is there, send me. You are sending all the people. Even though nowadays you can see collector is there in villages and district levels. Collector is there. Anybody can go to meet collector? No. So collector before, who is there here? One assistant is there. The assistant is having at a door, yes or no, entrance. If any person they want to meet to collector, first they want to take permission from the assistant. So the people will come to assistant, sir, we want to meet collector. Then he will directly give permission? No. First he will ask you, are you coming from where? Which village people are you? What is your issue? Okay. He will almost important information, he will take it. And that information, what he will say, you just go and sit here. I will meet to collector and I will inform to you. Then only you can come. So then the assistant is going to collector and saying that, sir, some people came us and they're telling their problems and they're coming from their so-and-so village. What collector will decide? If he was right, he was good. Okay, issue is good. Then he will say what? Allow. If no, send them. If says, what he will do? Sorry, today collector is busy. You can come tomorrow. So in that cases, what it was happen, the time of collector will save. Collector means you have so much work, sir. Yes or no? If unnecessarily I'm sitting and I'm playing some, what we can say, chit chat with the unnecessary topic, then he will lose his time now. Yes or no? So that's what he was saying, that if any important things are there, the important messages send me. If it is not important, don't send me. So that means there is a half of the burden reduces now. Your collector half of the burden reduces now. Yes, but the collector will meeting to each and everybody. What happened? Next day he will go to hospital. Headache. Yes or no? So like what I'm saying, this is a simple example to understanding this concept I'm telling. Okay, na? If you need to meet someone, the someone is called a high authority people. If you want to meet to some high authority people, we are not direct accessing permission. Yes or no? In between, one mediator is there. So he will check whether this is important task or important information, he will identify. If it is important, means he will send it to authority people. If it is not important, it's unnecessary, there is no useful, then what he will do? Stop itself here only. Okay. Same as check constant. You already we discussed check constant. Yes or no? Check constant, what is the advantage of check? Checking values before insert into table. Data validation. Same as there is check constant is directly performing on table, directly checking on table. But here is what happened, checking at the view levels. In the view level, data check whether it is right or wrong or valid or invalid. If it is valid, sending to database. If it is invalid, rejected. Okay. So in that cases, you can use what now? Check option. Okay. Let me try this. One practical example I will show you. Suppose this is only the table. Location is there here. Understand now? Location is there. What I'm going to do, I'm creating a normal view now on this. Create view number 3 as select star from DPD. I'm not using any check option statement. Just a normal view is created without having any restrictions. What it was happen, view is created. Through this view, let me go. Can I insert any type of data now? Yes, I can. So insert into, what is the view name? 3, sending values. Okay, the value is 50. Okay, DBA. I can send Hyderabad. I can send. Hyderabad is accepted. Next, I'm going to sending here 60. Now I'm going to give it here SAP. Suppose I'm giving here UP. It is also accepted. If I'm giving here 70, and I'm taking here Java department, location is MP, it is also accepted. So, is there any restriction? There is no restriction on location. There is no restriction on department name. There is no restrictions on department number. So, whatever you send, it will accepted. That accepted or not, you can see. Select a star from DEPT. All are accepted. 50, 60, 70. And the same thing will show in my view also, view number 3. 50, 60, 70. So this is what. So now I don't want it like this. What I want to do now, I want to make it some condition. What is the condition? If the location is Hyderabad, then only allowed. If the location is other than Hyderabad, then not allowed. Understand now? If the department is belongs to Hyderabad, then the department details send. To whom? Database. If it is not a location Hyderabad, then don't send. So that kind of some condition I'm going to prepare now. So now you can see the preparing condition. What is my condition here? Create view number 4 as select star from DPT where, what is the condition? Where location is equals to Hyderabad. Where location is equals to Hyderabad. And what I want to use with the check option. Got it my point now? Now I'm adding this. So along with some condition, on the condition I applied check option statement and I'm creating view. And you're careful observe. Your condition, are you preparing this view on which data condition? Location is Hyderabad. It means that your view also showing not this entire data from your base table. It will showing only Hyderabad data. Understand now? There are 7 rows are there in my original table. How many rows? 7 rows. But out of 7 rows, here whatever the conditional basis are you returning your query, this conditional basis data only reflected in my view. And remaining location data will not reflected. Let me see. My view is created now. Okay, fine, created. Let you call your view number 4. What's happened? Which data showing? That means this is also one type of security. Yes or no? It's showing only Hyderabad, but it is not showing other location people or other location departments details are not showing to user. Okay, Hyderabad only showing. And now let you try. Now I'm inserting. Insert into view number 4, sending values, the department number 80, then the department name is .NET. I'm sending the location, for example, Kerala. Okay, now? Immediately what it was happening, guys, here, when we are sending this request, whatever the check option are you applied on the view, this option condition, what it is here, where location is equals to Hyderabad. Your location is Kerala. Immediately with the help of a check option statement or check constraint, it will check your condition. Now tell me, Kerala is equals to Hyderabad. Condition true or false? False. Data allowed or not allowed? Now we can come out and see what it was happening if I'm trying this. Showing error also very clear. What is this? View with the check option where class is violation. What is this class? Check option. So you never, if you try another one, for example, okay, I'm using what now? Delhi. Now you can see, never. Now you can go to here. I'm going to say what? Hyderabad. Can I? Condition satisfied? Yes, allowed. It is allowed. And after allowed, Can you see your base table? Can you see your base table? See, AT.NET, Hyderabad only allowed. Kerala, not allowed. Delhi, not allowed. Only Hyderabad. And now if you call into your view number 4, only Hyderabad showing. Yes or no? Hyderabad, how many departments? That only showing. So which condition are you given? Based on that condition, the condition related data only show. And the condition related data only allowed. So showing data, Hyderabad. Allowed data, Hyderabad. This is one type of restrictions. Right down below. With check option. What is the purpose of this? To restricted data on a base table through a view. Through a view. Okay. Now come to your example, and now you have to go for testing level. So what is my testing now? Insert into view 4, sending values. Above 50 I was given. Okay. 60, comma, what we can say, .NET, or else I will say Java. And the location is, for example, Kerala I was given. So immediately it was showing not allowed. But the same thing, when I try view 4, sending values 60, comma, Java with Hyderabad, if I show it, then it is allowed. And finally, if you want to call your view number 4, you can call. Okay, now? These are the two options you need to apply on view as per your requirement. So whenever you need to restrict the DML operations, read only apply and give that view to developer. Developer only can see the data, but he can't do any manipulations. And suppose you want to apply some restriction, particular restriction of data only I need to allow. So at the time you can prepare like this and give it to him. And they are sending any unuseful data, immediately it will be stopping there itself. And useful data, what your expected data, that expected data only allowed. Understand na? Which data I'm expecting here? Only Hyderabad. So Hyderabad only I can take. The remaining anything is sending by user, by developer through my view, then I don't want to accept. Okay, this is. So these are what we called as here simple view and working on single table. The same as come to next one is what? Complex. Take second one. Complex views. Complex view, what I said, when a view is created to retrieve your required information from more than one base table, there your complex views are, or there the views are called as a complex. And by default, complexes are not allowed what? DML. So that means by default, complex views are which type of views? Read-only views. That's why on complex view, no need to apply any read-only statement specially, because the default nature is what now? Read purpose. Which purpose? Read purpose. Now we can take some example. Take on complex. Otherwise, already definition taken now. Otherwise, directly you can call example. So create a view to access the required data from more than one table. From more than one table. Okay, let me come and see here. Suppose in our database, I want to check one of my table, EMP underscore Hyderabad, EMP underscore Chennai. These are the two tables we designed in early classes. Those tables I'm using now. So Hyderabad, Chennai, there are two different tables are there. Suppose I need to access the data from these two tables. Okay, now for accessing purpose, I'm creating what now? One view. Okay, the type of views are called a complex. Okay, let me see how I'm creating view. Create view number 5 as, now careful observe, as select star from EMP underscore Hyderabad. Here one operator I'm using. Which one? Union. Select star from EMP underscore Chennai. Here not only union, you can use intersect, minus, whatever it is. So now the two tables I'm combining together with the help of union operator. The combining result of two queries or combining data of two queries, I'm showing through a view number 5. Okay, now? Now we can go and check it out. View is created. After view is created, this is the nature of read only. So that's why select command automatically perform. Now you can see the two tables data combined. First table is what? Smith, Allen, Ward. Second table, Smith, Miller, Scott. But union will take duplicates without duplicates. Without duplicates. Now you can see, so Smith, Allen, Ward, Miller, Scott. Added. How many tables added? Two tables are added and the two tables data reading, displaying to user. Okay, right. Now select command okay, because reading purpose it is by default. But now you can see I'm going to perform. Which operations? Insert operation. Insert into view number 5 and sending values 1026, because 1026 is not there. And some name I will take it here like a Jones. Some amount of salary I will go for, okay, 44,000. See, now I'm trying to inserting some data to my multiple tables with the help of view. But what it was happening, you can see, it was showing error. What is that? Data manipulation operation not legal. on this view. Legal means official. Not legal means unofficial. Okay. Whatever you are performing, that is not correct. It was a illegal. You are performing wrong way. So that is what Oracle is telling us. Data manipulation. Because insert command is comes under which command, which language? DML. DML stands for data manipulation language. So your insert is a one of the command of data manipulation language. That's what it was saying. Data manipulation operation, what you did insert, that is not legal. Not legal means what now? It is not official. It's not correct. Okay, you are doing not correct. So on this view, same as you can go to do update view number 5, set salary is equals to 11,000, where employee ID, for example, 1024. 1024 already existing some salary, how much? 35. That I'm changing how much? 11. Then C, it is also saying illegal. Okay, now you can't perform update operation also. Next, suppose if you try delete from view number 5, and where, so you can use your employee ID is equals to 1022. 1022, who is this? Your Ellen. And now you can go to execute now. It is also say not legal. So that is what you understand. By default, complexes are not allowed DML operation. These are only for reading purpose. Which purpose? Reading purpose. Right down below. Okay, right. So these are the views. Okay, and now simple and complex how to prepare. But mostly these views are created by administrators and later they will give to you and you will work with this views. Okay, no? Right. And one more small topic in this. Okay, text hiding sequence. Hmm. What is the sequence facility in our Oracle? This is also certain period of time your Java people are using and applying on the table structure. Why, sir? Because in the project levels, compulsory you need to apply this kind of facilities on your table columns. What purpose I need to apply this? Okay. Generally, nowadays you can see some real life examples I will tell you. Suppose nowadays we are going to shopping mall. We are purchasing some products, not only shopping mall, any supermarket, etc. You can go. Maximum nowadays, everyone is giving computerized bills. Yes or no? Suppose you and your friend, you both of you go to some shopping, some supermarket, and you purchase some items. Your friend also purchase some items. Okay, now, and you are both are going to be taking bill. That means you are going to be billing system. So the billing person will take scan your products and automatically scan it, and some amount is generated. So your friend is paid, and they will give some bill to your friend, the bill receipt. Next, you can go. You also submit your products, and products will be scanned. Okay, and some bill will generated, and the generated bill submitted to whom again? You. After the billing is over, you both have come outside. Your friend bill number, your bill number, check. Both are same? Huh? No, it will be different. Your friend bill number is 1 and you are the second person, then your bill number is 2. If the third person will come, then number 3. 4 person, 4, 5, 6. So that number, that's called a bill number, automatically generated by system. So you're not necessary to user has to enter your bill number. User never enter bill number. The bill automatically generating by your application. Which application are you using in the system? That application automatically generated. But sir, those ID, those bill numbers, how it was sequentially generated, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How it was generated, sir? It means that there is a sequence. There is a sequence facility. It means that on that application, related table, whatever you maintain in the database, in that table, one of the column name is called a bill number. On the column, you applied one of the facility is called as what? Sequence. So that means at the time of application development, backend on the particular table of particular column, they applied a sequence facility. By the help of this facility, your sequence numbers are automatically, so your bill numbers are automatically generated. That is one thing you can see. You can go to ATM machine also. If you do 3 transactions, 3 slips you can take. In 3 slips, your transaction ID number, same, different, na? How it was generated? Who will generate? System with the help of sequences. Like a bill number, transaction ID number, order number. Okay, sometime online purchases you do, you will get some order ID. Got it? That order ID is also automatically generated. Like you can go to some big shopping malls to purchase laptops, mobiles, televisions. If you purchase, they will give a invoice number. Anybody identify? Anybody knows invoice number? So your product invoice number, my product invoice numbers, same? No, never. But those invoice number is also generated by system. User not generated. Who will generate it? System is generated. How, sir? With the help of sequences. So finally, what you understand? Sequence will be used for to generate auto incremental values. Auto means automatically. Incremental, step by step, one by one. Okay, values. Values are generated. So that kind of auto increment value facility you need to apply on the table column. There you have to create sequence. Right on point? Sequence. It is a database object. It is a database object which is used to generate the sequence numbers, to generate the sequence numbers on a particular column, in a table automatically. Okay. Now, next point. It will provide, okay, which facility? Auto incremental value facility. Auto incremental value facility on a table. Okay. This is the facility of a sequence. And now this sequence we can create as per our customization. Customization means based on our requirement. Okay. So my sequence starts from 1 or 10 or 100 or 1 lakh. That's your wish. You can prepare like this. And the sequence number to sequence number, how much increment you want to give. Either one increment I was given and I start my sequence 1. Then what happened? 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1. This kind of sequence will generate. Suppose increment I was given 5. Then I started my sequence 1. 1 plus 5, 6 plus 5, 11 plus 5, 16. 16, huh? This purpose also gap. Increment is 5. So like this. Later, starting 1, if you take, ending where I need to stop my sequence. Okay, suppose I was given starting 1, ending 100. Then your sequences are generated up to 100 only. Then after sequence will not generate. Suppose I want to generate your sequence is infinity. Then you can use what now? Infinity. Electronics values also automatically generated. Okay. So that means default infinity. Default infinity. It doesn't stop it. It was taking electronic values. But our customization, we can modify. Okay. Who will take infinity? I don't want infinity. My business per day, 100 tokens are enough. How many tokens? 100 tokens are enough for my business. So 100 tokens are over. The next token again starts from 1. 2. That's called a second order. So based on our customization, you can prepare your sequence object. Okay. How, sir? How to prepare? That we will see tomorrow. Okay, na? So maximum this weekend it will be complete. Otherwise, one day extra I will take. Okay, na? I already informed to you. Don't worry, huh? Okay. And today, one of the important day today. Chandrayaan 3, better to start your mobiles 5:45, yeah. 5:45 to 6:15. See it. It's a very, very important, what we called the news or very important thing for our India. Okay, na? If it is achieved, na, then India is the number 1 in this position. In space research, it will be number 1. As of now, America, Russia, China is also not done. That's why entire the North nation, entire the world is waiting for that. Even though NASA people also, they are watching. Kya hoga, kya hoga. Russian people latest Luna 25 destroyed, crashed it. So actually Russia, they expected that we are the number ones, but they hurriedly started. But by bad luck, it was happened, limited. But the choice is now India. And now India want to show its talent. If India is reached this the historical moment now, then it was one of the wonderful and wonder in the space research. And ISRO name will be again top level in the space centers. Even though NASA also not did. NASA means American. They didn't did as of now. Okay, now because it is one of the greatest thing is what now. So many countries as of now did to launch their spaces on moon. That's happened. But it is a, what is a special? South Pole. As of now, if you see the what we call moon, we all are seeing moon front face only. Back face, as of now, no one can see it. So our India target is what now? We know what is front because daily we are seeing front face. And even the front face, what it was, so many research are going on. But everyone entire the universe is waiting for what now? South Pole. This is suppose east, west, north, south. So now South Pole they were going to try. But as of now, there is no country is going to be checked or they're going to launch it at South Pole. So our India is going to do, and recently Russia did, but fail. But India now, they have a chance. And actually, Chandrayaan 2 also, that is the main cause actually. But suddenly, that means just a small, within the few minutes, it was crashed. That's why what we called Chandrayaan 3 also, same reason. And Chandrayaan 2 is a 900 crores project. And this is 613 crores. Okay, at the time you can see Chandrayaan 2, if it is failed, the CEO, I think so, chairman something, he was crying, yes or no? Like a child, yes or no? Because 900 crores here, who will give it here, 900 crores? Huh? Who will give it? This much amount they want to spend means not a simple thing. Almost 1,000 crores they invested. The government of India invested 1,000 crores. That's why he was crying. Actually, why he was crying means not failure. This much amount, this much efforts, these many years hard work, everything is a spoil. But one good news is what now? Rover kuch chal raha hai wahan par still. Yes or no? That is one of the happiest thing for a ISRO scientist. And that rover is giving some pictures also. It is working, see. Our luck is what now? Not entire the thing destroyed. Lunar is working. Yes or no? Lunar, rotor. In orbit it was working. But now it is not directly landing now. So that's why it's a historical moment. I'm also watching now. Okay. In my 6 p.m. batch, okay, I will show you student in the projector in my class. Okay, live we will see. मेरा class है अभी हमको जा रहा है. They are waiting for that. Okay, go watch it in your TV channels or else mobile. Okay, right, guys. Thank you so much.